Today I'm going to give you guys a Bitcoin trading strategy, and I decided to make this video because of what's been happening with Bitcoin, and it's been going down a lot for the last couple days here, and that's right after the ETF approval. And my opinion here, before I get started, I'm just going to voice my opinion on the whole ETF thing. I think by it being approved, it gave people with deeper pockets more control into driving the price down. So that's what I think is going to be happening majority of the time now. Is the price is going? Everybody's going to try and knock the price down as much as they can. Everybody that has deep pockets are going to try and push the price down, because the price after the halving, it's going to be going up, and then it's going to do its thing on the halving, and the ETF and everybody with deeper pockets are always going to try and push it down. But when the halving actually happens, nobody has control, because that's when it's they have no control of when when the halving happens. It's going to go up naturally, but after all that, people are going to sell the ETF, people with deeper pockets. So the price, I think, is going to keep. Everybody's going to keep trying to push it down after it goes up a bit. So unless it's the halving, everybody is going to try and keep pushing it down. So that's just my opinion. But I want to kind of go over, since it's been going down, I kind of want to go over a strategy on how I'm trading Bitcoin, and I'll walk you guys through the process. Alright, so before I begin, I want to show you my broker that I use. So I use two things to trade Bitcoin. First, the broker that I use is OSPREYFX, so I'll put the link below if you want to use them. There's two things you need in order to trade Bitcoin. I trade Bitcoin on a Forex-related app, and after you sign up on here, you'll have to create an account, and what I do is I buy Bitcoin. And I send it to the site. They'll give you, once you deposit something, they'll give you an address, and you send it to. You have to create a wallet on here, and you want to make sure you're sending Satoshi to a Satoshi balance. So if you see mine right here, I have a. Let's see if it shows. I have a BTC balance and a USD balance. So when I feel like trading USD, I'll trade USD. When I feel like trading Bitcoin, I'll trade Bitcoin. So if you want your gains to be in Satoshi, you need to have a Bitcoin balance and send it to the wallet. So this is the brokerage that I use. And then I also use TradeLocker, which I'll get in a couple minutes. So I'll use TradeLocker. I'll link everything up, and I use TradeLocker to do my trading with Bitcoin. So as far as the strategy goes, I really only use one indicator here. A lot of my moves are on price action, what I see in the candles, and overall direction. So the only indicator that I use right now is, I'll show you how to get to it. It's a free indicator, and you go to, which one is it? I gotta find it. It's the TDI. So you'll go and you'll look for, just search for your indicators, and you'll go for TDI, Traders Dynamic by Juan here, and you load that one. Now I have a custom setting. I basically turn off upper, lower bands. I turn off the fast MA. I turn off the backgrounds, and that's how it looks like this. So to do my trades here, I will base my trades off of a long-term and then a short-term signal here. And since Bitcoin has been going down, it's very easy to figure out. What you got to figure out is the overall direction. So I don't even check it with the hour. I go farther in, like the 6 hour, either 4 hour, 6 hour. And you want to look at the 4 hour and the 6 hour, and you want to figure out what the overall direction is. Now, it's easy with the trader dynamic here because you can see what the overall direction is. And, I also have the Ghost Market Pro, the 90-95. I talk about them in videos. That also helps me figure out what the direction is, what the overall direction is doing. So you got to figure out what the overall direction is doing. So what we could clearly see is from the Ghost Market Pro, from the 90-95, we can see that we're in a downtrend. And, that's what Bitcoin's been doing. And we can see from the trader dynamic here that we're in a downtrend. So what you want to look for, you really want to look for the moment when the trader dynamic is crossing. Those are the moments you get in. But you don't get in on longer time frames. You can, if you see it crossing on the long term, you can do it. But really, if you want to get to those little scalps, those little daily returns of Satoshi, you got to do this on shorter time frames. You use the longer time frames, the 4-hour and the 6-hour, to determine what the overall direction is doing. And once you know the overall direction is doing, you basically can do a couple things. You can look at this on a 3-minute here. And just check here. And since we know the overall direction is down, like right now, I would enter a trade. Just for example purposes, this is a clear, we know that direction is down. So what you want to do is you want to enter every time your trader dynamic crosses down. So the moment is starting right here, and we see another moment briefly right here. But this one wouldn't have been a short one, but it might be good to do this on longer time frames. It's all up to you. You look at the overall direction and you basically kind of figure out. You can also look at your candles and see. You can also see it weakening here. If you don't want to use the trader dynamic, you basically can look until the candle starts going up. It goes in the opposite direction. So if we're in a downtrend, you want to look for it on like the 3-minute, and you want to look for the candle starting to get weak, and that would be a moment to get in. So every moment, because it goes up and down. So you see it going up here, and you see it starting to get weakened, and then it comes down. So you could do it that way too. You could do either way, since we know the direction is down right now. Or you can look at your trader dynamic, and you can look at all the moments that it's going down. You see that right here. You see it right here. You can get a little scalp right here, like a little 10-minute scalp there. And then this big one right here. You see it crossing down here. And what I personally would do, and I just get in and out, really. But you can go in longer if you want. But on the 3-minute, it's going to be going back up. So you don't want to, watching it on the 3-minute, it's going to make you a little bit more nervous. If you want, you can do this on a longer time frame. Like, for example, here, we saw this on the hour. We saw it on the 6-hour. But if we look at the hour here, if we base this off of the hour here, we would actually want to come in our trade when this is crossing. So you most likely, I'm not going to say you'll make the most out of this, but if you look at the 6-hour and then you go to the 1-hour and you wait for the yellow line to cross down to the other line, since we know the overall direction is down, you can wait for there to be a down. I just think that it's going to keep going down from here. That's why I got in a trade right now, and I'll show you. But you can go from the 6-hour to the 1-hour, and then you can look at the 1-hour, and every time it's crossing down, you can get in. So if you followed that, you would have been able to catch Bitcoin when it dumped, when it had that massive dump. So down there, and then you see it down here. So doing it on the 1-hour will probably give you the most results here by looking at it. Find the overall direction by going to the longer time frame and then zoom in on the, if you do the 1-hour, you'll probably make the most because you'll be holding your trade longer. If you do it on the 3-minute here, If you do it on the 3-minute, you're basically scalping for maybe 15, 20 minutes here, whenever it goes down. So your results will probably be better if you do it on the 1 hour, but if you want to do quick scalps, you can do it on the 3-minute. This works for it going down. It also works for it going. It also is the same strategy for when it's going up, but the market's not going up right now. But it's the same thing for when the market goes up. You look on the 6-hour or longer time frame. You want to have clear direction. Another way here to actually make a lot is look at this on the weekly. Just look at it on the weekly here. Whenever you see it crossing on the weekly, you pretty much have a good idea which directions go. So you do have to wait. You do have to wait for it to cross on the weekly, which it's going to take a while. So you notice that every time it crosses, you would be in some massive profit here. You'll basically already know when the bull run's starting, when the bear market's starting by looking at it on the weekly. So if you rode this entire thing out, you would have made a lot of money with your trades. So that's kind of how I do it. Make sure you check the weekly every day and see if it's crossing on the trader dynamic here. If it's not, then you have to go to shorter time frames and just scalp it with the 1 hour and the 3-minute. And if you do it on the one hour, you'll probably make the most you'll make the most if you do it. If you do it on the 3-minute, you'll just get in for little scalps here and there. But if you do it on the hour, you're more likely to get bigger results here. So anyway, let me kind of show you what I'm doing with TradeLocker here. I have one. I'm doing this on the hour. I'm going to kind of show you where it's at and how I trade. So I'm trading Bitcoin, and I'm down right now. But I base this off of on the hour chart because like I showed you, on the hour it looks like it's going to be crossing down. You can see that if we go closer, if we look, the overall direction is going down, and so I think that it's going to keep going down because on the hour it kind of looks like it might cross down here pretty soon. And if it does cross down, I can basically just follow this for a while and get some good profit. But that's kind of how I trade Bitcoin. You can use this method for anything, any crypto, any asset. But particularly, this is for Bitcoin and trading Bitcoin and making more Bitcoin. So when I do get gains in whatever I trade, now this is with TradeLocker. I can go to TradeLocker here and I can trade cryptos, forex, metals. I can do gold. I can do stock market, the main stocks here, U.S. shares. You can do Apple, Amazon, Coca-Cola, I think, Google, a whole bunch of stuff. So you can use this strategy for whatever instrument you want, but I use it for crypto. So it's important now that the ETFs have been approved. My personal opinion is everybody with deep pockets is going to be trying to drive the price down. So majority of the time, I think between now and the halving is it's going to try and go down as much as it can. So the overall direction to me, at least until after the halving, is it's going to be going down. So it's going to be going in a direction of down until April or a couple months after the halving. And after the halving, nobody can control it because it's going to be going up. But until then, I think the direction is going to be going down. So it's very easy to find little scalps of Bitcoin between now and then. So what I'm personally doing is trying to get as much Bitcoin in a balance so I can trade it with more than just one Satoshi. I want to try and get it to 100 times or even to 1,000. So if you do the math here, if you thought, let's just start with a 100x. With 100x and it goes to 100,000 price difference, you'll make a lot of Satoshi. And I think I've done the math. If if you 1000x, which is basically doing it at a $10 lot size, a $10 lot size is basically a 1000x, a 1000x of the Satoshi. So if Bitcoin goes to 100,000 and you 1000x that, I think that will get you to a Bitcoin, but I'm not sure. But anyway, if you guys like this video, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.